What's the truth about that?
The public's so confused here. Do chemtrails exist? Yes. But chemtrails are helpful. In fact, we need more of them.
Why do we need more chemtrails?
They help control the population. You see, the two original people, Adam and Eve, obviously, they've created an inbred population of 7 billion people. That's too much for this planet. More importantly, kids can be annoying. Have you ever been on an airplane with kids? Talk about torture that'll cause you to lose your mind and drive you right into a fit of rage. Imagine a kid screaming and kicking the back of your seat for 3 hours while his mom just sits there doing nothing because she's in a Prozac-induced coma.
Why would she be in a Prozac-induced coma?
Well, first you need to consider, where's the kid's father on the plane? He's not there. Why? Well, you see, the father, a guy named Huey, grew up with Tupac/Gandhi on the streets of New York in an oppressed neighborhood. One day Huey said, "It's time to fight back." 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. You see, the old way wasn't working. So now he's dead, mom's depressed, but she can't cope because she's got a kid to raise on her own now. She has to go on Prozac, which meanwhile stuffs the pockets of Big Pharma. Now she's in a medicated stupor on your plane, oblivious to the fact that her kid's kicking and screaming his grief out about the loss of his father, which is lighting your fuse as you're sitting in front of them, getting your eardrums pierced and your seat back pummeled. It's a torture chamber. You snap. In a fit of frustration, you charge the cockpit, hijack the plane, fly it into the World Trade Center in an insane attempt to end your misery, all caused by the kid. Now things seem fishy, like the government's trying to deceive us about 9/11. What's that all about? Well, ironically, this was all happening on an airplane being flown by an Illuminati pilot who couldn't fight you off when you stormed the cockpit, because he's just a shape-shifting lizard with no opposable thumbs. He was flying the plane to spray chemtrails to bring about a better future where there's less kids, and therefore less airplanes with kids on them, and therefore less terrorism on airplanes. But the government doesn't want you to know the plane was spraying chemtrails, even though they're just doing it to help you by controlling the population. So they try and cover it up. And you think they were plotting against you because you didn't know the truth about conspiracy theories until now. So when you look at it logically, chemtrails prevent terrorism. That's just the way it is. Does that make sense to you? If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, it proves you're a part of the Illuminati.